Scorpio, the big question you need to ask yourself is, what are your non-negotiables? Okay, I pulled this card for you, the Dust Devil, which is not some kind of weird like QVC thing for a handheld vacuum cleaner, although it should be. This is about moving out of stagnation. Now, it's your season. I'm not a Scorpio, but I pretend I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Pisces. We're great pretenders. And Scorpio is the only one who can truly not just survive, but thrive in Scorpio season, okay? Does that mean it's easier for you? Yes, a bit. But you aren't afraid to go deeper, and the rest of us are, basically. So, I did a bit of channeling. Also, check out, did this just for you, Scorpio season nail varnish. It's called Interstellar. I was like, yes. Plus, the deck I'm using for you, and I'm only using for you this month, is this Red Hot Lovely, which is, what is it? The Gothic Tarot, because it's just got you written all over it. I'm getting a whole Angelina Jolie or vial of blood around her neck, you know, all those kinds of vibes. And we're going to read for November 2025 for you, Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, cross-watching if you dare, you know. If you want to cross-watch for a Scorpio, good luck, because you know you Scorpios, you're going to keep them guessing. So, okay, we have hitherto as we go into November, we're coming in, we started Scorpio season 23rd of October, which, yeah, we're not quite there yet actually. I'm making these videos just before then. So we're about to go into it. Consider yourself, dare I say, in a bit of a rut. Now, I know, you know my brother's a Scorpio, and I'm very close, I have a lot of Scorpio friends. Scorpio is a fixed sign, you know this. For me, it's water and fire. I've always thought this, because Scorpio has what us other water signs, we're a bit like, yeah, you know, live and let live. And Scorpio is like this sort of fire underneath. And it's often very, very hidden, because you know, and let me know in the comments, please. I say, not that Scorpio really likes to do that, but anyway, you keep your powder dry, because you know it's very powerful when you particularly, you know, when you the lid off the can, you know what happens. It's quite a sort of far-reaching power that you have. So I think what I'm saying to you, Scorpio, you've got to harness that power. You've got to get out of stagnation, which has partly been brought on by the universe and by fate and by destiny, and it's kind of the season that you've been in. And now, oh yes, look at the card you just get, the Drifter, taking it as it comes, okay? Now, you may have periods of time where you do that, but you're not built to be a drifter. You're not. We are the drifters, Pisces, we're the drifters, honestly. Scorpio needs a plan, even if that plan is very, very long. And with Scorpio, you can have a long plan and you can stick to it. You do not take your eye off the prize. And I feel like the universe is saying to you, okay, I'm aware what you're asking for. What are your non-negotiables? What is this going to take? Yes. Sorry, I need to drop the F-bomb there on the YouTube. Look, Horseman, the herald of change. Yes, right, okay. We go for, I love this. In fact, look at this. Oh my God, those two are consecutive. We go from the Drifter to the Dust Devil, which is actually the next card. And then we're like, we're not going to go through 16, 17 and all the rest of that. We're just going to like, ka-ching. Horses don't go ka-ching. Whatever a horse thing is, a jump. I've never been on a horse, you can tell, can't you? We're going to skip another like 15. So it's from one to the next and then a big leap, okay? let's have a look at the factors involved. So I'm going to do you a general reading for the first half, and then I'm going to look at your love life. Now, you know that Mercury goes retrograde on the 9th. Itchy nose. Oh, hello. I don't think you'll fare too badly in it because it's in your season. I don't know. I just got a hunch. You and Gemini are going to be okay. What I do feel, and this is what Mercury's very good for. I'm going to turn this heater off actually. I'm getting a bit hot. What Mercury is very, very good for is revising, taking a step back, looking behind the curtain, revealing anything with RE in it, okay? And Scorpio, you're very good at that too. So I feel like you're going to get the opportunity with Mercury retrograde to stare behind the curtain, to pierce the veil, to see what you need to see. And also, cheesy because it rhymes, but to be who you need to be as well. Okay? If we keep going, we might just have ourselves a Facebook poster. I've taken 4 cards from this gorgeous Gothic tarot, which is just dripping with Scorp vibes. Look at that. God, that's gorgeous. 6 of Swords. The important thing about the 6 of Swords is, and you can kind of see it here, it's that you're going somewhere for a start. Now, I know that Mercury's retrograde and it's harder. Like, you still go somewhere, but the current, God, it's giving me an itchy nose. The current isn't quite with you, okay? So you're going somewhere, but you're taking your problems with you. That is not a bad thing. The geography effect, or whatever they call it, it never works just to move. Everywhere you go, there you are, okay? So this is like an acceptance that you know who you are. And more importantly now, you know what you want and you know what you're willing to give up to get it. Because I do feel, Scorpio, that there's going to be an element of sacrifice. Now, any Scorpio worth their salt knows this. You already know this. You know, and this is the Scorpio gift or curse, let me know in the comments. Scorpio knows how the world works, from the higher echelons right down to the sewage system, you know, the emotional sewage system. Scorpio knows where the bodies are buried. That's why you get the death card. So normally with other people's lives, you can read the room completely, but this is about your own, and that is always more difficult. So you know you don't get something for nothing. You know that everything is reciprocity and bargain. You know that you need to sacrifice something, but you're also getting a sense that you've got your eye on the prize, and that could mean that you get closer to having it. Okay? 6 of Swords is a cerebral card. It's intellectual. You're making a plan. But of course, Mercury is retrograde, so that plan is subject to a bit of scribble. Don't worry about that. Okay? By the way, if this resonates, please do give me a hype. YouTube have a new hype button, which they've kept beautifully hidden from everyone, including me. But now it's out, and I'm going to tell you. So if you're on a phone, go to the like button, smash that bad boy, and then if you go like that, as if you're on Tinder, like looking through a whole load of prospective people, this is basically what it looks like, and then you'll see it. It's past clip, remix, all of that crap that nobody uses. Hype. Please hype the video if it's resonating, because it really helps the channel. And it's a chance for you to give back, and it's a chance for me to give more to you as it goes to more Scorpios. More Scorpios. Right. Page of Wands. I know, this is just so kind of steampunk meets Victoriana, isn't it? Page of Wands is a small amount of what you need, which is fire. Think of this rather than, you know, a whole like raging bonfire. You got a pilot light. Think boiler, right? Think single flame. In fact, I'm really getting a single flame on a candle here. Very often when you get the single flame on a candle, you've kind of got, this is weird, I'm getting a channeled message for you. I'm getting two flames go like that, and where they cross is one flame. Now, we'll be doing your love life in a minute, and there will be an extended love reading after that. But for the moment, this doesn't necessarily mean twin flame vibes. It may do for some of you. We'll dig into that later. But, God, it's really raining. I feel like this is really Scorpio weather to be doing your reading. I'm sitting here, there's a glass roof, it's raining, it's kind of, I don't know, excitingly gloomy, and I've got the heating on and I'm pretending to be a Scorpio. Anyway, sorry, I digress. I feel like you need to bring a single flame into focus. At the moment, there's two, and I don't know why. It may come up in the love reading, it may not. So you may have two sides to what you want, where you want to go. There may be two roads. This came up for Gemini. For Gemini, I got train tracks that crossed like this. I know. And for you, I don't quite get that. I'm getting sort of horses and wagons and dust and heat and bringing your efforts into a single flame. Now, when we, as meditators, I'm a crap meditator. I used to be. I had to learn it. They often tell you that, to look at a single flame. And as you will know, Scorpio, the more you stare at it, it kind of morphs into other things. I feel like you need to spend some time with the destination of your journey. I feel like you maybe have been the drifter, and it's kind of interesting because this person's sort of on a boat drifting. And I feel like you have been in stagnation, which for a Scorpio, sometimes that's deliberate, and let me know if that's what you've been doing in the comments as well. Sometimes Scorpios are like a sleeping bear, like a grizzly. You know, you're hibernating, you're in your cave, you don't particularly need contact with others at this point because your witchery is coming out and you're brewing something. And I feel like what happens during your birthday season, and happy birthday to the Scorpios, is that there's a spark which makes a flame, and then, loving that you get the Four of Wands, that flame starts to grow. And that's how you kind of, it's weird, because obviously if you want to build a fire, right, I'm not recommending people set fire to things, it is what it is, but I have a fire in my house. I consider it to be very important as an element. If you want to build a good fire, you've got to build it, and you build the heat. If you want to just throw a load of petrol on it and chuck a match in, it will kind of go, or paper, it will go whoosh, for about 5 minutes, and then it's a pile of ash. If you want that fire, you can, if you have a fire and you don't have central heating, and I used to be like this, you can bank it up and you can keep it going for days on end. It never goes out because you're stoking it, you're looking after it, you're maintaining it. And I feel like for you, Scorpio, whatever your ambition is, whether it's to do with love, whether it's to do with destiny, whether it's career, whether it's life, whether it's all of those things mixed together, you are on your worst days gathering a single piece of coal and putting it on. And on your best days, building something very sustainable but powerful. When you get the Four of Wands, there is a portal opening up for you, especially when you've had the Page of Wands. And things start to take off. Now, Four of Wands is weird. It is also the 1111 card. And we also get it, I love this card. It's one of my favourite Justice cards. It's just so old school. And look at that. He's got a single flame in his hand. Just saying. This, I know that your card is the Death card, Scorpio, but I always feel a great kinship between the Justice card and Scorpio. And I think that's because, for me, the Justice card, apart from representing, obviously, in the most basic sense, the law, the court system, you may be getting divorced, you may be doing some kind of legal thing, whatever it is, which, if you are, by the way, is going to grow really nicely in Mercury retrograde. And then as you get spat out at the end of the month, a big result, really good, like that. But I also see the Justice card as karma when it comes to Scorpios, because, I don't know, a lot of you are probably tarot readers anyway, because you're Scorpios. For me, there isn't just one meaning to a tarot card that you can just stick in a book. Obviously, justice does mean stuff to do with justice, but it's different for each star sign, it's different for each person, it's different for each reading. So, here we are with you. This is karma. This is a karmic reset. What have you been holding back? Where did that come from? Like, karma. Karma. Okay. This is a karmic reset. It's going to pull the pin on something. I like it. It feels like you've been in a pressure cooker and it feels like the lid is going to blow. Okay? And what that does for you, I'm going to write that down. What that does for you, Scorpio, it starts everything off. Is it new? No. Does it have its roots in ages ago? Yes, because you're a Scorpio. But you need the right things to build a fire. You need the oxygen, you need the kinetic energy, you need the spark. Things start to line up for you here. Okay? I will say as well that at some point there will be an element of fortune favouring the brave. Okay? I'm going to have a look. I'm going to segue into your love life, the erection section. Okay. I feel already, full transparency, Scorpio, that it links up with karma. It links up with the Six of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Justice card. So I'm taking that as feeding into your love reading as well. Okay, and that card is definitely for you. Bob Geldof comes out. Nine of Cups. Look at the state of him. This is Bob Geldof. He's not got wine in there. He's got an Alka-Seltzer. You can tell he's had too many of the old dandelion and burdocks there. Maybe had a little bit too much food. I don't know why, and this is the Enchanted Veil Tarot. I don't know why they chose that for the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter is a planet of expansion and wishes and luck. So that's why they're always trying to show, Christ, why doesn't this radiator bloody turn down? That's why they're always trying to show indulgence. But it's what the heart wants because it's going through Pisces, okay? Pisces is a sign of unconditional love, and Jupiter, which is one of Pisces' rulers, and I'll die on the hill of that, is about expanding through unconditional love. So, in your love life, and it's weird, right? Because that is a conditional card. Now, it may be that there is a line here between your, I want to say your civilian life and your love life, okay? Because your love life is about unconditional love. And the rest of your life, your job, your career, your life path, is about putting conditions. Because what are your non-negotiables? You've got this release of pressure coming, and all of a sudden you've got all that freedom. And when we have a lot of freedom, we have to kind of craft something ourselves out of this enormous amount of abyss that we have. So where are my boundaries? Where are my walls? What shape is this journey that I'm going on? But when it comes to your love life, there's an element of unconditional, oh my God, that's gorgeous. Unconditional love. And I'm going to say as well, a certain amount of what I would call blessing in your love life, which is like unearned love and luck. Okay? Why does it happen? I don't care. It's always been my motto, Scorpio. If a big old hunk of good luck is coming your way, don't ask why. Okay. The Sun, the Nine of Cups. That's interesting. I'm going to take another one. Full moons are important. We also have a delicious new moon in... Oh, that's so funny. Look at the card that just came up as I said that. And I wasn't saying it for... Oh my God, right, I'm going to show you. Okay, on that one. Right, look. I was saying it because that card came up. It's like, that is a massive moon. But look, you got 3 cards come up, and I knew strength was your card. Look, we've all got the full moon in. Yeah, and one of them is the moon. Neptune, Pisces. Getting a lot of Pisces for you as well. So let me know in the comments, those of you, let me know your astrology in the comments as well. I'm always interested to know. There is mystery around your love life, okay? We've got the moon card. The moon is mysterious. It's night forces, feminine energies, subconscious, stuff to be revealed, all of that. We also have the sun. Now, for me as a tarot reader, and again, this is just me, or could be other people do it too, sun and the moon coming up in a reading, coming up in your love reading, mean eclipse. Oh yes, they do. So I would say, look back to the eclipses that we've had this year. I'm just looking in my moon diary. So I think they were in April or March. I never ever remember them. Let me just see. Don't even have my reading glasses on, so this is ambitious. Here we are. And also look to 2026 eclipses as well. Yeah, 14th of March, 29th of March, 7th of September, 21st of September. Okay? What was going on during those times? Because it was formative. It's formative. So there's this kind of lucky whiff of unconditional love, sun, moon, but also that 4 of Cups, which has a little bit of holding back in it. You may be dealing with somebody who has some sort of unresolved issue. When it comes to the Drifter, the Dust Devil, the Horseman, the 6 of Swords, it feels as if that pin is pulled out and the pressure is lifted and you get this freedom, and finally you can see what you need to do next, and you know that you need to do something. With your love life, it's a dreamier kind of feeling. It feels like while Mercury is retrograde this month, there is so much swimming below the surface that I'm glad that we have the Sun card, because some of it comes out, particularly if you're dealing with fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But some of it doesn't come out. Some of it is going to come out over the next 6 months or so. I love that we have the Strength card, because it's know thyself. Know yourself, to your own self be true. You now have the power and the strength. Now that pressure has been lifted, it feels like you can discover who you are. But you do need to make boundaries around it. You do need to make boundaries around unconditional love, which is really difficult. Although, you know, we're taught when we're younger, it's either or. And I think we all know, especially water signs like us, it never is either or. It's this and that mixed together in a really weird way. There's a contradiction here, and life is full of them. The contradiction is unconditional love, and what are your non-negotiables? I know, and those two things are your love life for November. Finding out those things, but also finding out what someone else's non-negotiables are too. This is interesting, Scorpio. We also get another page, the Page of Swords. And this is the beginning of a conversation. This is not a kind of we go away on a mini break and we do nothing but talk. No, this is a text. This is a nod. This is a beginning. Starting to form the sentences you need to say. Those of you that are in separation from somebody, I would not be advising sending them a chunky great text or email or any of that. It's more of a awakening. So you can know that this person is thinking about what they want to say. It doesn't mean they're saying it yet. They might not be. And you may be the same. And that doesn't matter. We're talking like a 6-month period here. And I just got a channeled message then. 4 moons from now. I don't even know what that means, but I think they're full moons. So get your moon diary. I've got a moon diary here. I'm not financially affiliated to them, and I don't know if they work in America, but that's who I use in the UK. But you can get loads from different people. You can use a Google Calendar, whatever you do. 4 full moons from when you hear this reading, okay? There's going to be a conversation. You're going to look back, you're going to be like, I remember that there tarot reader telling me. Hands up, it was me. And then look, we also get the 4 of Wands. I love that we get that. There is some element here of 2 flames becoming 1 flame. Now, I don't know if you want to put a name on that. I don't like putting names on things. So I'm just going to tell you what I've seen. Okay, 2 flames becoming 1 flame, but a bit like Gemini, it's not, oh, we were 2 flames and then we were 1. It's more like we crossed paths, and in the intersection became 1 flame, and then we crossed paths. It's going to keep doing that, and that could be up and down, on and off, hot and cold, in and out. It can't be quantified. In the extended reading, Scorpio, I am going to take 2 decks that I have that are the same. And I am going to do a you and me reading. So one will be for you. Actually, that will be for your person, that deck. This is going to be for you. Okay? Don't tell me how I know that, I just do. So we're going to look at you side by side, what is going on. Then we'll look at the shadow side, the challenges, the obstacles, and the best way forward. Okay, it's the link in the description box if you want to join me for that. I'm going to go and do it right now, and I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.